everybody doing? It's NGD, NGD, NG, NG, NGD. You know what that means? New Guitar Day. Okay, here it is. This is Squier. Custom Esquire. Anyway, I'm just flapping around in excitement. Let's take it out of the box and check it out right now. I forgot about the... oh, here we go. Oh, it's different than they used to be. Oh, different way of packing them. These look stunning. Sure do. Oh, holy moly. Holy moly. Okay. The Allen key comes in a little packet this time. Welcome to Squier. I know all about Squier. Welcome to Squier. Welcome to Squier. Let's just rip it off. Oh. That is absolutely stunning. Hey, those saddles are massive. For steel, they're quite big. Oh, they've new size saddles. Oh. Holy moly. Look at that. That is a beaut. That is absolutely beautiful. Let's check it out in closer detail. Here it is. This is a Squier. Classic vibe. FSR. Winter Special Run. Custom Esquire. So it's a 1960s style Telecaster, and it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, these looked good online, but they look absolutely amazing in the flesh. What we have here is an NATO or NATO body, that's the wood, with a stunning finish on it. Highly polished, polished. 3 saddle bridge with big steel saddles. More density, I guess. I'd be tempted to change them to brass, but you know, looks good the way it is. You got your Fender Alnico pickup, Fender Squier. Voiced vintage pickup, 3-way, and master volume, master tone. Flipping it over, string through body, loaded up with Fender strings. I think they're 9s. Your Squier marked mech clamp, and there's the back of the binding. Yeah, the binding looks so good. Wow. Inspection card here, it says it was the 10th of April 2019, I think, is it? I'm not sure. So it's not that old. It's only last month, straight off the factory floor. Fingerboard radius is 9.5 and it's a modern C-shape neck. Okay, you got a 21 frets, tall vintage. They're nice. They're not too big and not too small. Definitely no sharp edges. They're rolled to the best of their ability, I guess. Now the fingerboard is Laurel. Let's take a closer look. It feels quite dry to the touch, but nowhere as dry as Pau Ferro, which I don't like. But yeah, it definitely doesn't have a rosewood oily feel. But I guess you could put some Danish or lemon oil on it, which I will do eventually. It's quite dry and pale looking, but tight grain on it, and it's quite nice. Yeah, I'm a big rosewood fan, and Pau Ferro never floated my boat, so I've never bought a guitar with one. But for these, for the price, I mean, you know, you can't complain. Not as nicely cut, there's no issues, it's all evenly spaced. Sometimes I read on forums and see videos of guys giving out about the nuts on Squiers, but this one is perfect. The headstock, Squier by Fender, custom Esquire. Nice tinting on that, really nice. There's the vintage style tuners. Serial number ISSC 21. What's the thing about covering serial numbers? I guess it stops people imitating instruments, doesn't it? I'm not sure. Especially if they're cheap, it doesn't really matter. But I guess if it was a more expensive instrument, you could end up with a duplicate or something online. Yeah, you don't know what people are up to, but it probably makes no sense. And there you can see the double bind. Very, very nice indeed. So, how does it actually sound? Well, we're just going to find out right now. The amplifier is a Fender bass breaker, 007 head and 12-inch cab, and this is the pedal board underneath it. Just tuned it up really, didn't do anything else. Didn't check the intonation or anything like that, I'll do it later. This is what it sounds like out of the box, just clean through my setup. This is the bridge. The Esquire type circuit, there is no tone control on the bridge, so that doesn't work. The volume does. Next position is the middle. It's connected to tone. This is the third position. Again, it's just it's got no treble here, so it's very muddy. Almost inaudible. Fingerboard feels pretty dry. The strings are terrible. They're 9s and they're probably the cheapest. I don't know, I mean they look like the Fender strings because they got the coloured ends, but they sound pretty tacky. I've used 10s. I'm going to just put on some delay and Okay, it's time for some Maxon Super Metal in the bridge. Position 3. Sounds great. Nice, almost kind of a bit of a Gibson honk off it. So that's it. There's not much more to say about it. I need to fine tune it, and these are extraordinary for the price. Really is a nice guitar. I think it's nicer than the 50s models. The neck is definitely nicer, apart from the fact it's bone dry and it probably needs a little bit of oil soakage. So I'll be getting rid of these strings and putting on 10s, and I'll probably maybe rub some oil on over the weekend, give it a good going over. So thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe and take care.